Correct your English errors fast from espressoenglish.net. Hi students, it's Shayna, your teacher from espressoenglish.net, and today we're going to talk about common errors that students make when speaking English. But first, I want to say one thing. Please don't let the fear of errors stop you from speaking English. Remember, it's more important to communicate and practice your speaking, even if it's not perfect. However, one of the fastest ways to correct your English errors is to focus on avoiding the most common mistakes, which are made by English learners from many countries and at various levels. I'll teach you how to fix 5 errors in this lesson. If you'd like to learn more, check out my course on 200 common errors in English, which you can find by clicking on the link in the video or in the description. Mistake number 1 is the difference between haven't and don't have. Don't say, I haven't a car. The correct sentence is, I don't have a car. When have is the main verb in the sentence, meaning possession, then we use don't have and doesn't have. For example, I don't have any sisters. Bob doesn't have a dog. When have is the auxiliary verb, the helping verb, like in the present perfect, that's when we use haven't and hasn't. For example, I haven't finished my work yet. Jane hasn't taken the test. Mistake number 2 is saying everybody like the teacher. That's incorrect. The correct sentence is everybody likes the teacher. The words everybody, anybody, somebody, and nobody all take the singular form of the verb. Everybody refers to many people, but it considers them as a group. So we say everybody has a pencil, not everybody have. And nobody wants to leave, not nobody want. Mistake number 3 involves sentences with indirect and direct objects. Don't say, Gary gave to Joan the keys. That's incorrect. The correct sentences are, Gary gave the keys to Joan, or Gary gave Joan the keys. Those are both correct and they mean the same thing. Let's look at the parts of this sentence. Gary is the subject. Gave is the verb. The keys are the direct object, and Joan is the indirect object. In English, we can form the correct sentence in 2 ways. We can have subject, verb, indirect object, direct object. Gary gave Joan the keys. You can also put the direct object first, and then add to before the indirect object. Gary gave the keys to Joan. However, you can't put the indirect object in the middle and use to. Mistake number 4 is related to prepositions and verbs. They left without say goodbye is incorrect. The correct sentence is, they left without saying goodbye. Verbs immediately following prepositions like before, after, since, when, while, despite, without, and for always take the ing form. Here are more examples. After graduating from college, she started working full-time. This course is great for improving your English. Mistake number 5 is with reported questions. Don't say, he asked me, where do I live? The correct sentence is, he asked me where I live. This sentence is an example of a reported question. We are talking about a question someone asked in the past. And in reported questions, we don't use the helping verbs do, does, or did. Here are more examples. They asked me, how did I feel, is incorrect. The correct sentence is, they asked me how I felt. I asked her, what does she want, is incorrect. Instead, you should say, I asked her what she wants. In my years of experience as an English teacher, I've heard many of the same errors very frequently, and that's why I created a course to help you correct them. It's called 200 Common Errors in English, and you'll learn how to avoid errors in grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, spelling, and more. Click on the link in the video or in the description for more information. I think you'll find it very helpful in correcting any mistakes you might be making in English. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.